Hello, friends. A very good morning to all of you. I would like to welcome you all in my Friday evening session. We bring this session every Friday, sharp at 5 o'clock. In this session, my endeavor, my idea is to bring you the information, knowledge about various markets in Canada. In last few sessions, we had a very interesting discussion with some of the amazing team members about uh, about the market in BC, about the market in Waterloo, Kitchener, Brampton East, and all those areas. So I'm pretty sure you guys are liking it, you guys are enjoying it, and you guys are getting some good knowledge and information. So today we are going to talk about another very interesting market where I can see a lot of activity happening from last couple of years, and there are a lot of people either from Ontario or from BC. They are going towards that side of Canada where the price range is like I would say 3 to 400,000 or 500,000, where there's a lot of movement and a lot of activity is happening. I'm sure a lot of you can guess about which market I'm talking about. I'm talking about the market in Alberta, and today I am going to introduce another energetic, powerful, ever smiling, and amazing team member, my younger brother, uh, none other than Mr. Deepak Chopra, who is taking lead on SaveMax in one of the amazing markets in Alberta called Edmonton. So I'm going to bring him on screen very soon. Before that, I will request all the viewers, whenever you join the live session, to please make sure mark your presence by putting some wishes, some comments over there. And it's very, very important to make this session interactive, that we ask question, we put our suggestions, we put our opinion onto that, so that we can make this as an interactive session. And I am sure a lot of you are enjoying it. Last time, I was very impressed and very motivated with the kind of comments, with the kind of feedback. A lot of people, they were mentioning there's nobody who is willing to share all that information, or who is bringing this kind of uh, knowledgeable sessions over there. So I think, as Team SaveMax, I personally believe it is my duty to ensure we bring all this information and knowledge for you. So thank you very much for joining, as always. And of course, it's very, very important for me to have a wonderful audience. Otherwise, all these sessions have no meaning. So, guys, thank you very much for joining. And whenever you mention your name there or your presence there, please make sure also mention from which city, from which country you are joining us, so that it becomes easy to communicate. And I personally, uh, okay, it's. Wow. So somebody has joined us from Italy. Kavita, it's always good to see your live sessions. Love from Sicily, Italy. Thank you very much, Kavita. Really, really appreciate. See, we got somebody from Italy today. That's so fantastic of you, Kavita. Really appreciate it. So, guys, without taking much of the time, let me bring Deepak on board, and then we're going to have some interesting discussion. So, Deepak, a very good evening to you. How are you today?
Ramanji, I'm doing fantastic. Thank you so much for introducing, giving always amazing, introduction of myself. And the pleasure is all mine to be somebody like you. And thank you so much for having me in your today's session.
Thank you, Deepak. So today we are going to talk about a very interesting market in Alberta, Edmonton, and I know you are the king in Edmonton. As far as the real estate is concerned, I see a lot of power, a lot of energy. Whenever I got an opportunity to travel to Edmonton, and the kind of network you have built, like people love you. You are the Shah Rukh Khan of Edmonton.
Ramanji, मुझे एडमिंटन उन्होंने पकड़ लेना कि आर यू द किंग रियली किंग और शाहरुख खान नो नो यू नो व्हाट दिस सिटी इज अमेजिंग and I love my people here. People are very supportive, very friendly, and I've been blessed to choose Edmonton as my home 14 years ago when I came from India.
Fantastic. So, Deepak, How about a small introduction about our king of real estate in Edmonton, Mr. Deepak Chopra?
Very, very humbly, Ramanji, I will say, not king, but definitely a real estate professional from Edmonton, Alberta. So, little bit my introduction. I came from Punjab, India, 14 years ago in 2010, and I was lucky enough to choose Edmonton as my home city from the very beginning. I joined real estate profession in 2015, work in airline companies alongside my real estate business. Then 2019, I was inspired by Ramanji to leave my job, which is specialized in empowering people to leave the job and start SaveMax franchise in Alberta. This is the very first one. I believe I'm the first franchisee out of GTA. So 5 years ago, Ramanji, we started this journey with you, and fast forward in 5 years, we are into our new office, which we got 2 years ago, and we have a team of 22 agents and making a good mark into the city by servicing people the way they deserve. This is very important. Many people are doing many transactions in real estate, but what is the right way to do transaction is to bring smile on your clients' faces. So that is what the motto is, and that is what we learned from you, from your smile. So we always make sure our clients always get the best of the best deal possible. Now, from last couple of years, our market is amazing. We are not only blessed by local people, but there are so many people from Ontario and British Columbia who are moving here, and we are serving them as well.
Yes, so it's a loud and clear message. People in Ontario, people in British Columbia, if you want to deal real estate in Alberta, Deepak Chopra, DC is the name to connect. Right, Deepak? Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank
Really,
you.
really appreciate. So, Deepak,
रमन
Edmonton.
देखो, one more thing. आप अपनी लेगेसी जहाँ पे छोड़ते हो वहां से हम कैच कर लेते हैं, आर डी से डीसी शुरू हो जाता है.
Now, Deepak, see, uh, I am so passionate about my work, about my business. I eat, drink, sleep, breathe, smoke, whatever you said, like, in real estate. And Nidhi always have a fight with me. अच्छा, जब आपको रियल एस्टेट की बात करनी होती है तब तो आपको कोई थकान नहीं होती, तब तो आपको कुछ नहीं होता, बट whenever you are doing talking to me, you get tired. I said, like real estate is my first wife, so
And I believe real estate is that kind of conversation. I mean, I think other than your own profession, if you're lucky enough to have real estate as a profession, for sure, this
oh,
is
yeah.
the first conversation you have. But no matter what profession you are in, your second conversation, your second best interest is always in real estate.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, guys, as I always request all the viewers, whenever you join the live session, please make sure mark your presence just by putting your name or some comments so that I can shout out your name. I can see another comment from Kavita. Kavita says, "I learned one thing from you, Mr. Raman. Work should going on. Wonderful to connect in these kind to live. Thank you for sharing your experience and running SaveMax." Kavita, thank you very much. These thanks, these love, and this affection is a bonus for me. I do all these things because I love sharing my knowledge, my information. My focus areas are two. One is the real estate, and another is the learnings of life. Because I personally believe, Deepak, I'm a student of life. So I keep learning those things and keep sharing my experiences. A lot of people they get positivity from that. A lot of people they learn the business tactics and how they have to keep their team, staff, and engaged and motivated. So that's something very fantastic. The SaveMax team is known for its fantastic events, and tomorrow we are coordinating another beautiful event at my place at Ashirwad called Summer Story. So it's going to be a fantastic gathering, and we are going to share some live videos and some live and some posts, event pictures and videos with you. So stay tuned with us, and we are going to bring something very fantastic, very energetic for you. So Deepak, chalo Alberta.
Hanji.
What is that?
I love this name. So first of all, let's introduce what you are going to do with Chalo Alberta campaign.
Yes. So Deepak, I'll tell you how it started. Day before yesterday at 7:45, I was driving down with Lalit. So I didn't have my car, so I requested Lalit to drop me. And we were talking about Edmonton, Calgary, and Alberta market. So I said, Lalit, I want to coordinate an event for Alberta because there are a lot of people who are calling me from Ontario, from BC, and they want to know more about Alberta market. I said, yeah. everybody wants to go to Alberta, right? ऐसा लगा हुआ जैसे सब लोग like Alberta चलो चलो चलो. I said, wow, that is the name of the event we can coordinate.
Absolutely.
So within like 50 seconds, we came up with the idea of Chalo Alberta. I right away picked the phone, called my marketing team. I said, guys, we are doing this event. Please start putting up the marketing material and everything. At 11 o'clock in the night, I called you and, we coordinated. So on October the 6th, we are coordinating an amazing event in GTA named Chalo Alberta, right? It is like Chalo Bulawa aaya hai, Mata ne bulaya hai.
Alberta ne bulaya this time. Absolutely.
And Brett Moore is saying, LOL, thank you, Brett. I really, really appreciate. Uh, Sangeet Tejpal is saying, Raman Paji, how are you? Watching you from Melbourne. Thank you very much, Sangeet. So, Deepak, see, I was telling you, you are
Italy,
Shah Khan. A
Melbourne,
lot of
all
people
over the
are
places.
all over the places. Somebody's watching from Melbourne, somebody's watching from Italy, and there are a lot of local viewers who come and join us. So thank you very much, guys. So Deepak, can we move on the presentation and start talking about the Edmonton
Absolutely,
market?
absolutely. Ramaji, present before you share the presentation, I just want to give one message.
Huh.
You know what? When we are sharing why Alberta, why Edmonton, why Calgary, these kind of messages, people are definitely interested to know how they can save money in buying houses. Of course, everybody is aware the houses are almost half of the price in Calgary as compared to Toronto or GTA area, and one third of the prices or even more in Edmonton. But pricing is not only one aspect to enable making decision for people. There are so many other factors which people need to consider. For example, how the demographics of the city is working, like the diversification of the population, kids education system, school system, universities structure, healthcare system, job opportunities. So this presentation will enable to give answers to all of your question what any family can have to get settled in different city.
That's really amazing, Deepak, and I'm so excited because your knowledge, your expertise about the Edmonton market is second to none, and this is what is needed. A lot of people, they want to get an understanding of the different markets, because sometimes we just see things from one perspective. Like, let's say if I just understand or know about the market in GTA, right? So if I have to go and get the knowledge and information about the market in Alberta, about the market in BC, people like Deepak and our other teams, guys, they are such an amazing source of knowledge and information, and it will definitely help you. So Deepak, let's move on to onto the presentation. Let's discover Edmonton. And guys, before we move on to the presentation, I want to remind you we are conducting an amazing event on October the 6th, Cello, Alberta. And a lot of our team members, they are putting a lot of energy, power behind it, and it's going to be an amazing event, October the 6th. And stay tuned on our social media channels for more knowledge and information about Chalo, Alberta. But today, Chalo, Edmonton. Let's go, Deepak.
Absolutely. Now you can take the next slide.
Okay.
All right. So first of all, Alberta, people always prefer Calgary, but we are the capital city of Alberta, guys. So this is another amazing region for you to choose Edmonton over Calgary. And we are located on such a beautiful, North Saskatchewan River, amazing sights. And this is the picture of our downtown area, skyline of Edmonton. And the metro population of Edmonton is around 1.4 million with annual growth of 2.8%. We have 6 7 neighboring cities which are almost considered within the city, and altogether they called greater Edmonton area, and it covers Sherwood Park, Strathcona County, St. Albert, Leduc, Bonville, Bonnydoon, and all those places, and Beaumont. So diversification of the population. This city also represent our beautiful Canada, as Canada is known as diverse population country. We are also diverse population city. You can find out all demographics, all people coming from different region are living in this beautiful city in very much close harmony and everything. We have South Asian population, which I represent is 11.54%. Seasons. So, Ramanji, Edmonton and Alberta is known for its heavy winter, but no, we do have a lot of other amazing, things also for the weather. We have amazing spring weather, beautiful summer, beautiful fall, and winter is also great, but that is not that bad as we been known as having very heavy winter. I always give that example. If outside is -10 or -25, that hardly make any difference for people. You still need to have your heaters on. You need to have heated car, heated houses, heated offices, and that same stuff is still here. And we are known as the one of the most sunniest cities in Canada. We have averaged 2 to 9 hours of bright sunlight per year.
Wow, that's the news for me. As something very interesting, Deepak.
Yes. Even sometime outside when there is -30, we have very bright, amazing, beautiful sun outside.
Hmm.
Ramani, I put this slide to give some sort of idea. Basically, our city is divided into four quadrants: southeast, southwest, northeast, northwest, and in the middle we have downtown. And on left hand side, when you see the map, there is a green circle which is called Anthony Henday. It's a highway. It connects the complete city 360-degree, Ramanji. And the beauty of the circle is that it is 78-kilometer stretch which you can cover in 35 minutes maximum. So what does that mean? No matter where you live, where you work, your maximum commute is less than 35 minutes. So this is one of the amazing thing I have seen. I have heard some stories when people live in Brampton and they have work in some other places, or sometimes they work in Mississauga and they're living in Kitchener, Waterloo, all those places where they have to commute 1 hour, 1.5 hour, and longer period of time.
Hmm. That's very interesting, Deepak.
Yeah. And if you can stay on the slide, Ramadi, I want to tell you some other thing.
Mhm.
If you see right now, the population is going outside of green circle also. So which means our city is expanding. It is, we are building to the outskirts of the areas, which are also becoming part of the city. And I have heard, I'm not sure about that, there is a plan in place in area structure master plan. There must be another ring road outside of this Anthony Henday circle. So which is further connecting people wherever they live and wherever they work very efficiently.
Hmm.
This is the beautiful, money slide where you can see Alberta is sitting tall. Average, median after-tax income, so 77,000 Alberta. Due to oil and gas and due to all other construction-related job, there are very much high payable job requirement all the time. We always have shortage of skilled worker, and they make good money here. Tax, if you see across the board, Alberta is just 5%. We just pay one tax, whereas in Ontario you have, I think, sales tax as well as this provincial tax. You
Yeah.
guys call
We
it
have we
PST.
have a GST as well as PST, so it's a combined call HST.
Absolutely. So in Alberta, we just have GST, which is 5%. So you're comparing 5% versus 12, 13, 15, 14.97. Wow. So huge saving in taxes if you chose Alberta. Comparison of estimated cost of living. Ramanji, we basically pull together this data by comparing four major areas. Toronto basically represents GTA. Vancouver is a greater Vancouver area, which cover Delta, Surrey, Langley, Abbotsford, Richmond, all those places, and Calgary and Edmonton side by side. So family of four, roughly give and take, the data says the average cost of living is 8,400 in Toronto, and in Edmonton it's 5,500. Calgary is. I will share. I'll save my notes for Calgary versus Edmonton after the end of this presentation. Why right now Edmonton seems more promising than Calgary? I'll save that comments for the end of this presentation. So yeah, next slide, please, Amanji. Comparison of single family houses. We took a random idea of 10 to 15-year older houses, Ramanji, around 1,800 square feet, three bedroom, 2.5 bathroom, double garage in the front. In GTA, this house is approximately 1.7 million. This is single family detached. In Vancouver, around 1.8. Calgary, it's 735. Edmonton, you can still get 540 or under.
So Deepak, it's something very interesting which I can see over here. So like Alberta has the maximum per capita income, whereas as far as the expenses are concerned, the cost of living is the least, the cost of housing is the least, and it means like people are saving a lot of money over there, isn't it?
Ramani, you're absolutely correct because we are not only helping people buying their first houses, which is their primary residence, within a couple of years or 2, 3 years, they always reach out to us to buy another investment properties. Many people here having portfolio of two houses, three houses, four houses, and once they reach the benchmark of four or five houses, then they start diversifying into multi-family, a six-plex, eight-plex. Then eventually they also start investing into retail plaza, like commercial plaza.
That's interesting.
This is a half duplex pricing. Ramani, you guys, say it semi. We call it half duplex. So again, two garage, 2.5 bathroom, three bedroom, 1,500 square feet. So price is varying from 465,000 in Edmonton versus 1.2, 1.3 million in Vancouver or Toronto area, and in Calgary it is 645,000. Townhouses comparables. We are sitting at 365. This is again three-bedroom townhouse with two-car garage in the back, approximately 13 to 1400 square feet. And Toronto 875K, Vancouver 975K, Calgary 480K, and Edmonton 365K. Apartment. Wow, this is a startup house for many families in GTA, Ramanji. Even I did some uh, client referral with Laliji in last 4 or 5 years, and they started their journey by buying apartment. One of my client, he bought apartment for two bedroom, two bathroom, one parking around 465 5 years ago, and then he sold it for 630 or 640, something like that. I believe right now the average for two bedroom, two bathroom with one parking GTA around 750 square feet is not less than 715,000. Am I right in saying that, Ramanji?
Absolutely, Deepak.
So versus in Edmonton, we still can get under 200,000 a beautiful apartment which is reasonably new, like 5 to 10 years old. I would say if somebody want to buy a brand new apartment, it's gonna cost them 215,000 at the most. Two bedroom, two bathroom, one underground parking minimum. Yeah. So this is the comparison of buying versus renting, and here I can speak couple of other things also, especially for people who are waiting to get mortgage interest rate get further down. What is the message for them? But I'll give you a high level synopsis of 5% down, 10% down versus renting. So I mean, a single family house, if somebody is paying 5% down, 2,900 is give and take their monthly mortgage, and 10% down, it's 2,800. And if somebody is renting that house, they are paying $2,300 as rent. So rent is 100% interest rate, Raman.
Yeah.
When people are considering, oh, today's mortgage interest is 4.24, and I want to wait for get it down, and I'm comfortable renting there, then I tell them, then renting is 100% interest rate. You're not getting anything back. Versus if you're having this 2,800 giving as your monthly mortgage, approximately 1,000 to $1,200, it is paying back the principal amount and building equity in your house. Same comparable for duplex, townhouse, and apartment. So this graph is stating if somebody is still considering renting, they are losing big deal. And the message for people out there who are waiting for the interest rate to get further down from 4.24 to maybe 3.99 or 3.49, averagely, I think $16 per 100,000 price difference when they drop 0.25. Whenever Bank of Canada drop 0.25, so $16 per 100,000 borrowing, you're paying less. So if you are buying a house for, let's say your mortgage is 400,000, so you're saving $64 every month whenever they drop the price 0.25. And if you're waiting for that 2 years, you're not saving more than $2,000 in two years. Versus whenever the interest rate is going to go down, market will always show upward trend. The asking price for houses will get higher than 10,000, 15,000, 20,000. So I believe waiting for 25 more points or 1 more % will eventually be hurting in some way, shape, or form. Versus if you can buy something today, maybe you can get 2 years fixed mortgage and wait for get it settled to 3.15 or something, then you can turn it to the fixed mortgage. This is what we are educating our clients for the mortgage perspective. Employment rate. So out of 1.4 million greater Edmonton area population, 864,000 people are employed. Some are kids, some are retired. So it does not mean 600 people are sitting home. So our unemployment rate is 6.6%. Job increase happened 4.1 in 2022. And there are so many other projects which are coming in the pipeline, which is creating more and more jobs in this beautiful city. So occupation demand, if you are from IT industry, especially you understand that after COVID, working from home is in a huge demand. So when you have opportunity of doing remote jobs, then why you have to buy something at 1.7, 1.8 million in GTA, where you can get same size of house, even bigger, better, newer, under 600,000, and rest of the money you can buy some investment properties and still work in the same company. And IT is in huge demand here. Chefs, construction worker, admin officers, hospitality industry, heavy duty equipment, healthcare professional, nurses, and professional services like accountant, immigration lawyers, mortgage people, and real estate agent. Because of the increasing population, service industry always grow. So there is a huge demand for those professionals here. Yeah. So some of the top employers, Alberta Health Services, one of the biggest and amazing employer here. People prefer to work for AHS, good benefits, good salaries, and stability of the job. City of Edmonton always hire many people in transportation in different areas. University of Alberta, Stantec Design and Consulting Company, so many other companies and universities. Public transportation, we have amazing public transportation system, Ramandi. A newer community sometimes get little longer to have bus service, but any mature neighborhood is very much effectively working. People have 5 minutes to 15 minutes of window waiting for the public transportation when they want to go to their jobs. There is LRT, there is a public bus service. Even if you see DATS, that is for disabled people to help them for their medical appointments and going from places to places. Our education system is amazing, Ramani. Like Alberta is world's class kindergarten to grade 12 education system, recognized as one of the best in the English speaking world. We have schools based on Catholic system, public school system, other religion and faith based schools, French immersion schools, and lots of private schools also. Sometimes people wants to have their kids into private schools, so we do have that opportunity as well. So post-secondary education, we have amazing universities, Ramani. The best on the top of the list is University of Alberta. It is ranked very highly into Canadian universities also. And as many audience can, watch my comments, like, world is going towards AI. So artificial intelligence and machine learning and all those things. University of Alberta is known as one of the prominent institute who are investing heavily into research and development in AI. Many countries, they're sending their students for fellowship into UFA because of the project we are undertaking here. So making a big impact into the globe and helping community, societies, eventually the world by developing new technologies via AI. And we have this skill education college called NATE. Uh, the 92% employment rate within 9 months of graduating from full-time programs. So NATE is basically an institute which help people in getting trades. Like if somebody want to become plumber, electrician, mill worker, welder, or any other, or car mechanic, auto body, auto shop mechanic, so they can take some degrees from NATE, and the employment rate is very high. And the wage is very amazing, $25, $30 per hour, easily minimum start with those trades. Okay, Ramani, is there any comment which is coming which we need to answer to go to the next slide, or we can take care at the end?
We'll take the comments at the end, Deepak. Keep going.
Okay, so healthcare system is amazing. We have the largest integrated provincial healthcare system in Canada, and headquarter for AHS is in Edmonton. That is another reason for people to not choose to Calgary versus Edmonton. And they have 850 facilities across province. The largest employer in the province of Alberta is Alberta Health Services.
Yeah.
So main hospitals, Ramani, we have many major hospitals, and the beauty of this is that they are very strategically laid out into the different quadrant of the city. People living in north, they have access to their hospitals. People living in downtown, they have access to that hospital. South sides are choosing Greenland Hospital. So very, very well planned and organized layout of the city. So top attraction, we have many beautiful places. The top on the list is called West Edmonton Mall. So Ramanji, West Edmonton was one of the largest, biggest, amazing mall in the world for certain years back. I think in last 10, 15 years, Dubai or China, they might have some bigger malls. But I believe in North America, we still have the largest mall. And that is a beautiful attraction of the city. People, come here from all over Canada, North America, and other places. Whenever we have a visitor, anybody have any guest, this is on the top of the list. You can find out any brand for shopping, many recreation activities like water park, slides, casino, pubs, bars, amazing restaurant, any food, clothing related brand, and everything you can find in a Westminster Mall. River Valley and Roger Place is one of the biggest, arena for hockey games and now many musical nights. As you did this Daljit Dosanjh show and you sponsored some tickets for your, clients in Toronto and area, we also have a jam-packed show for Daljit in Edmonton a couple months back. Art Gallery of Alberta and all other places. Yeah, you can move next. Thank you. Canada's festival city. You'll be surprised to know Edmonton is known as Canada's festival city. We have the most number of festival when it compares to the other part of the country. We have festival throughout the years. Even winters, people does not just simply live inside. They can go out with families, have their proper gear on. They have ice on white, silver skate festival, Edmonton craft beer festival are those heavy festivals which are happening in the month of winters. We just had the short film festival last week. So Shabana Azmi, Vikrant Massey, and couple other guests they visited from Bollywood, and that happened in our city also. Heritage Festival, KDS, Taste of Edmonton. This is one of my favorite Taste of Edmonton. You can try and taste food from different part of the world. Many cuisines are there. Yeah. Sports and recreation. This Roger Place is for hockey games, Eskimo games, and many other clubs for your kids to start practicing their recreation activities. And Edmonton Oilers are the famous in ice hockey, which is our famous game in North America, and we won many cups straight in a row in our 80s. This year was also we were very much close. Just last final match we lost it. Otherwise, we put a good show together for the world out there. More on Edmonton, Northern Lights are famous in Edmonton.
I just want to kind of put you on a little bit hold in between. I am really fascinated to see the kind of in-depth you have gone, and believe me, like it's giving me so much insight about Edmonton, which I didn't know about the facts. So think about it after today's presentation. Lot many of our viewers, because like I was pretty much thinking, okay, there are only two places in Canada to go. Like when it becomes to settling down, either it is Ontario, you go to GTA, or you go to the Vancouver side to the Surrey and all that stuff. But it looks like we have to be more educated on cities like Edmonton, where the income levels are very high, and the expenses are very low, and it could be an amazing city to start life for a new immigrant, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely, Ramani. I remember even 15 years ago when I was in India getting my immigration done. I think Canadian government they also conduct some seminars in India when you get your visa to give you information about choosing places, job hunting, and all that stuff. Newcomer center kind of thing. So in their presentation in Chandigarh in 2010 when I joined them, they said, "Don't be MTV." So we asked, "What do you mean by MTV?" So Montreal, Toronto, Vancouver. And they said, imagine if whole India is running towards Mumbai, Delhi, or any other big city, those cities will be overcrowded. Versus there is a lot of potential in growing cities. So we are at number four city in Canada, especially when it comes to the level of population, job growth, income opportunities, especially in any kind of diverse population, even Indian population also. After Brampton, Surrey, we have Calgary, and then we have Edmonton, with most of South Asian and Indian people. So this slide is very important, Ramanji. Many go to the last one, please. Thank you. So many food brands, the international food chains started from Edmonton. I remember in 2017, I was in Boston. I was very excited to try Boston pizza in Boston. Then only I came to know there is no branch of Boston Pizza in Boston, and Boston Pizza was started from Edmonton.
Really?
Yes. So the founder of Boston Pizza belongs to Edmonton. So that is such a great. I wanted to put that in our slide. Many other brands like Earl's, Booster Juice, and Famoso, they started from Edmonton.
Wow, that's amazing. Excellent.
So yes, Ramani, this is in a nutshell. You can please take down the slide and we can start taking questions and we can have more conversation if people have it. So this is what we put it together, Ramanji, on slides. And another message which I want to give it to the audience is when you choose to live in Edmonton, give us the opportunity not only to buy a house for you, rather holding your hands in settling you down in the city. Whether it's your job hunting, whether it's your choosing best school for your kids' education, university, diploma courses, or making your social circle here. Like we have many groups here who celebrate Diwali, Holi, Eid, all other Christmas, all other festival together. So we will welcome you, will make you part of those communities so that you feel at home.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, Deepak, I got a question from Rashad here. I'm from Pakistan and recently migrated to US. I want to start my real estate business as realtor. What should I do for it? Rashad, as far as my understanding about the US market is concerned, it's pretty much the same rules and regulations. So I'm sure you might have to go through some licensing process. And once you get your license, you need to get associated with the real estate brokerage, and that's how you can start your career. But hold on for a few more months. Very soon, we are planning to hit US too. My team is visiting. Uh, Dallas on this month, and they are actually putting up a very amazing session or show there about the properties in Dubai, about the properties in India. So there is a lot of activity which we are planning to do in on that side of the world as well. So very soon you will see same X flag flying high in US too. I'm just looking for another Deepak who is fully charged up and ready to take the lead onto that.
Yes, yes. So, Rashad, my message to you: get your license as soon as possible, my friend. And the same max is coming to your city soon. And take the lead as I took in Edmonton.
So, Deepak, Brett Moore is agreeing to you. Yeah, man, that's all history and true what Deepak is saying about Alberta and Edmonton. That's something very amazing. So, Deepak, I have a couple of questions from you. Give me a little bit glimpse of the real estate data as well. Like, how the Edmonton market is doing, how the prices are going up, what is the statistics in terms of number of sales and all that. If you can give me some insight about that as well.
Absolutely. And this is the lovely comments I saved for the last. First of all, thank you, Brett, for acknowledging this is true and history. And I'm very proud Edmontonian. So thank you for appreciating this comment. So Ramanji, the data of Edmonton market is amazing, and I can give you with facts and figures. I'll take everybody to the time which was just before the COVID. So after 2008 correction into the market, Alberta market struggled for almost 12 years, Ramanji, right up to the March 2020, starting from 2008. In these 12 years, Alberta market did not grow, or maybe very less speed, 1 to 5% growth everybody experienced in last 12 years in Alberta from 2008 to March 2020, right in the beginning of the COVID. And the comparison of houses somewhere before the COVID was that Vancouver and Toronto were skyrocketing that time.
Yeah.
So the house which was 1.6 million and 1.7 million in Vancouver and Toronto, same house which is approximately 2,000 square feet, single family detached, 3 bedroom, 2.5 bathroom, double garage, was around $485,000 in Calgary and 415,000 or $430,000 in Edmonton. So the price difference between Edmonton and Calgary was almost 5 to 7%. But in last 4 years, Ramanji, especially people from Toronto and Vancouver and area, they chose Alberta as their next place to live and invest. So by having heavily investment coming towards these two cities, especially Calgary was the preferred city for many people from GTA and Vancouver. Calgary prices are now almost very close to Vancouver and Toronto prices, if not equal.
And
So
Deepak,
now
I'm just going to hold you here. I just want to remind you about the incidents when I was picking up properties in Calgary. I bought almost like 20 properties there and one stretch. And even you were like criticizing me. You said, like, Raman Paji, you're making a mistake. Like, you bought it on a high price and all that stuff, right? All those properties, we made 30% return on investment on annual basis.
I know,
I still
I
have
was.
still left with a couple of them over there.
You know what, Ramani, from my side, I just wanted to protect you because you are my elder brother. And I was living in this province from last 20, 12 years that time. And I have never seen that market grew, especially townhouses. And you all of a sudden bought that, like the market value was around maybe 400 and we bought it 430, 435 because the area was amazing. And you knew the potential where the market is going. And you're absolutely correct. Those crossed at 500,000 in one year, 550 another year. So people made huge money.
We
So
sold at
yes,
650,000, the last one.
lovely. So that is what bringing me to the latest comparable, Ramandi. So what happened to Edmonton? Edmonton also grew in last 3.5 years, but Calgary grew really way over and above from Edmonton. So now the price difference between Edmonton and Calgary is almost 30 to 35%. And whatever happened in Calgary, Edmonton always follow that remedy. So what we are anticipating in next 2 to 3 years, we can easily see that safe segment of 10 to 12% of equity building in next 2 years or 3 years for sure. So this is a perfect time to buy. Even with the interest rate decrease, Toronto and Vancouver market did not, showed up that kind of velocity which were anticipated. Maybe we can see that in coming summer, but Calgary showed some segment of little bit of slowing down. Versus Edmonton, we are staying very firmly on the ground. Our prices were already low, so we didn't have any other place to go. Rather, staying here, moving with a slow speed, or going all the way up to 10 to 15% in next 2 to 3 years for sure.
That's really fantastic, Deepak. So, Deepak, there I have a very interesting question, especially about the new immigrant, because it becomes very challenging for new immigrants to make a decision, especially like whosoever is coming on study permit or on the work permit, or even like if I'm landing here as a new immigrant. My first concern is how much is my expenses, how I'm going to settle down, how I'm going to get a job in the city. So before today's presentation, somehow it was under my impression that there are no jobs in Alberta. But I was amazed to see, like, almost 860,000 people are working with an unemployment rate of 6.6%, which is really very interesting. So I think it's an ideal city for a new immigrant to come and land in Edmonton or Calgary. What's your opinion on that?
Ramanji, as I said, many people already moved in Calgary. So Edmonton is still a little bit of untapped, untouched market, though it is not that much. But still, as I said, those people need to choose this city very carefully who are falling in that category. Like, as I mentioned, IT, hospitality, medical, healthcare, construction related job, and some sort of service providing industry. Entrepreneur, this place is perfect for entrepreneur. And I mean, sometimes I hear the stories because I meet many immigrants here and many people who move from Toronto, Vancouver. Oh, we're getting a little bit bigger package in Toronto and Vancouver, and here we are experiencing a little bit of price difference, the salary difference here. It might be possible you're getting 5-7% lesser salary, but tell me one thing: the money which you're spending in your single family detached 1.6 million, here you are getting that under 600,000. You're already saving $1 million right off the bat by choosing Edmonton. How long you have to work to save that extra 1 million to pay down via your mortgage?
Hmm. Yeah, that's another amazing perspective. I really like it.
Second thing, Ramani, second perspective before we answer this question, Scarborough question from Sudeep. For startup families, like people who got their PR, student, category, came from different part of the world, who are in the process to buy their first house, their best bet is apartment. One bedroom apartment is not even less than $600,000 in GTA. So for them, they can buy under 200,000, two bedroom, two bathroom apartment, They can, even people who are having any job between 15 to $18, they can still afford to live in the city. Raman, you can go to this question. Came
Yeah,
from Sudeep.
I got an interesting question here from Sudeep. Hello, Raman sir. I moved to Canada near Scarborough on a PR just this week. Should I start thinking of buying a house just now, though I'm not employed at the moment? Sudeep, just on the lighter side, there is no cost of thinking, so you can definitely start thinking of buying a house today. But I always recommend, and this is a question which people ask me a lot of times: when should I start thinking or considering? My strong recommendation: you should definitely buy your first house in Canada within first 12 months of landing. Now, a lot of people, who are coming here as an immigrant are bringing a lot of money, like, enough money for the down payment. Banks are very favorable to new immigrants. The moment you get some job, some, like, cash flow into your pocket, that should be the time when you should consider of buying the house. Sudeep, I would strongly recommend you to get in touch with Team SaveMax, and I will ask one of my team member to book a one-to-one meeting with you and give you some advice. But within first 12 months you should definitely buy the first house. But yes, it's a good thought process that you are started thinking. So you can plan accordingly. Deepak, I'll give some tips for Sudeep, which is going to help a lot of new immigrants. Sudeep,
Yes, please.
first thing, go get some credit cards from established bank, even if you have to buy that, even if you have to put some deposit there, so that you can start building up your credit history. That is very, very important in Canada. Once you get your job, please ensure go get some line of credit from the banks, because line of credit is considered as more safer, like kind of a loan, or more safer on your credit history. So you have to build up your credit history. That is very, very important. And then if you brought some savings from India or wherever you are coming from, please make sure, be wise, be careful on spending those savings, or you can use that savings as the down payment of your house. And it is always good to start getting the advice from professionals to start with. First 3 to 6 months, if you understand the economic system of this country, the social structure of this country, it will give you a lot of uh, amazing thought process to be successful. My first recommendation: don't run after the job. First 30 days, please go and explore the country, understand the geography, understand the demographics, understand the how the economy works, and then start looking for some job, or some, I would say, your own profession. Upgrade yourself, uh, build up your network. Very, very important. And so these are some of the tips which will help you to establish yourself as a success story in this country. So Deepak, three reasons why I should buy in Edmonton.
Value for money. As I said, good example we have right now on the screen from Sudeep. He is in the process to get settled in this beautiful country. He won't get anything under 600,000. And if he is into somewhere in that bracket where he's making $25 or under, he still have a possibility to buy something in Edmonton. Secondly, we are growing city. People says we are sitting in 2015 Brampton. So you tell me, Ramanji, what was the value for single family detached to 2,000 square feet in 2015?
So 2015, I would say a single family detached was around 450, 500,000 here.
And we are selling at average price 484,000. So we are sitting in 2015 Brampton. So Brampton has seen lot of equity already. So going from 1.8 to 2.2, sometimes it seems hard. Going from 450 to 700 seems easy. So that is the second reason.
Deepak, I'm getting a lot of message from my entire team that take Deepak out from the show.
Tell them Edmonton is also one of your babies, so that's
No, no,
fine.
no, don't worry. That is just on the lighter side. Deepak, I got another message from Amanda Fergus. Amanda, oh, first of all, I was her message confused me. I heard Deepak, I'm a serial killer. Amanda is saying, I'm a serial investor. How is Edmonton in terms of ROI in comparison to other markets in Canada? And if you can elaborate on cost of living there, job market, etc. Amanda, what I would suggest you, I know you might have joined late, but if you can go through the whole episode what we have done today, Deepak has shared some interesting stats, some interesting numbers, which talks about the cost of living there and the job market. That will give you a great idea. And we spoke a little bit about ROI as well, in as compared comparison to the another market. So Deepak, any comment which you want to make on ROI, because we already spoke about cost of living and job
Sure,
market.
absolutely. Thank you, Amanda, for such a great question together. And Raman, gonna share my number on the screen shortly. Feel free to reach out to me offline. We make sure our investors are totally protected. There is a way to buy houses, Amanda, and everybody who is into the investing world. What are the magic formula which we figure out, Ramanji, here in Edmonton? If you are buying a house and you are having legal finished basement, no matter if it is a one bedroom or two bedroom, that is the only possibility you can make equity in home buying, where you can have a positive cash flow. Because imagine a duplex, which is approximately 550,000 brand new with legal finish basement. From upstairs, you can collect a rent of approximately 1,800 to $2,000. And from the basement, the approximate rent is 1,000 to $1,200. So give and take, this $3,000 rent is sufficient enough to pay down your mortgage, your property tax, and outside home insurance. Tenant is paying for utilities and content insurance, and after paying everybody, you still have positive cash flow. And that $550,000 Sammy which you're buying today, there's a huge possibility to get that appreciated minimum 5 to 7% in next 12 to 18 months, and approximately 10 to 15% in next 2 to 3 years. And last but not the least, for the assignment, Amanda, we do have some connection with builders. We sold almost 80 properties in 2022 when interest rate was great to brokers and realtors in Toronto from SaveMax, and we got assignment clause for everybody. So assignment clause is basically a tie-up between the builder and the brokeraging company. We do have the privilege to work with very prominent builders who allow us assignment on certain clauses, which I can explain better when you contact me, and I'll be more than happy to assist you, Amanda. Thank you for your questions.
Fantastic. And guys, Deepak's phone number is 780-710-6435. So if you want to get in touch with him, Edmonton, he is the man. He is the, as I mentioned, king of the real estate industry in Edmonton. It is not about hitting the number of deals. It is about hitting the number of smiles on the client face. And I think Deepak is number one into that. So guys,
Absolutely. Then I accept King of Real Estate because there are so many other people who are making amazing deals. But definitely bringing smiles and giving that valuable guidance, as Amanda asked, very specific question. So we do have solutions for all those investors and people who are looking for getting settled, helping them in their job hunting, education system. House is just one of the aspect for you to choose Edmonton. There are thousand other things, and our office, our company, CMX, is committed to handhold you and assist you from A to Z.
fantastic, guys. So thank you very much for joining for today's session. I got another interesting question before we wrap up the session from Kavita. Kavita is saying, if I understand well, student can buy house in Canada. Kavita ji, because of some restrictions from the federal government in Canada, they have stopped, like they have put some restrictions on buying the house for the foreign buyers. So students comes under that category, but there are certain exemptions where they can buy the house as well if it is a multi-unit complex, or if it is a commercial listings. So there are certain restrictions. So today we are running short of time, but next session I will definitely try to answer that question as well. Deepak, before I say goodbye to everybody, any message which you want to give to our viewers, please go ahead.
I want to thank you each and everyone who are participating from different part of the world: London, Australia, Melbourne, Italy, Canada, North America, everywhere. Thank you so much for giving your valuable time. Me and Raman are highly, highly thankful and honored with your presence. And as Raman mentioned, his motto is to make real estate easily affordable, transparent, and convenient for people out there. So we are here to serve this motto, and we are all working on one mission. If you want to join us as a real estate professional, we have amazing structure in place. We can help guide you from A to Z, how to get into this industry, how to be successful in this industry. If you're looking to buy or invest, we are the people to go for. We have offices in Calgary, Winnipeg, Surrey, Abbotsford, all over Ontario, Dubai, and India.
And India. All right, fantastic. Thank you very much, guys, for joining for today's session. Thank you, Amanda, for your beautiful message. And I think smile matters, and I always admire Deepak for his wonderful smile. Dinesh Sam from Jamaica. Dinesh, thank you very much. So, Deepak, see, we have a wide variety of audience: Jamaica, Italy, Melbourne, Sydney. All part of world. People join us and put up some amazing questions, and I think that is what is more important. And I can envision SaveMax brand in all those cities in the future to come. So let's wish a good luck to Team SaveMax and more power to our team. Thank you very much, guys. And more, when I say more power to Team SaveMax, it means more of association with our lovely clients. So thank you very much. Have a fantastic day, and thank you, Deepak, for sharing all the wonderful information. I can see the kind of hard work and efforts which you have put up. And you know what? I admire into this presentation, Deepak. Like, you are not trying to sell real estate to people. You wanted to educate to people, and I think that is what is more important, right?
Absolutely. That is the motive. Thank you, Ramanji.
But I would suggest, of course, like business is also very, very important. So make sure whenever you are making investment, as Amanda, you mentioned you are a serial investor in Edmonton. So get in touch with Deepak and take advantage of his experience, his expertise. And I promise you, after dealing with SaveMax, you will not deal with anybody else because we make you our family. Thank you very much and have an amazing day. Deepak, I love you.
Thank you, Ramanji. Thank you so much for having us. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.